Hi everyone. Welcome to this international webinar series organized by the Student Council of VMKV Medical College, Salem, Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Ma'am
Hi
Ramya.
everyone. So
Hi Sharon, hi Swarupa, hi Siddharth, welcome.
everyone. Good evening, all of you. Hello, Siddharth. Hi, Abhishek. Hi, Harini. Hi, Jude. Narendra, Puvarasi. Very nice seeing you all. If you have any questions in between, you can raise your hand so that we'll unmute you. You can just ask your question whenever you need. So just this is for information. Whatever it may be, just raise your hand. So we members will unmute you so that you can raise your questions whenever you want. Thank you. We'll be starting the session soon. So, yep. And maybe I guess you guys are wondering who am I? I'm Deekshidan, Treasurer of Students Council. People, am I audible? If yes, just raise your hand, please. Hey, can you hear me?
Hello. Hello. Dr. Ramya, you are there? Hello. 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 Is someone there in the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good
Yeah,
evening, ma'am.
Good evening. I just wanted to check if my audio is all right.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd like to share screen. It has some
Yes, ma'am. I'll
audio
tell.
also in the screen. So just
Yes.
tell me whether you're able to hear the audio also in the slides.
We are able to hear clearly, ma'am.
Okay. Hey, you can request multiple presenters sharing webinar. I don't think I have access to share.
You have
Ma'am,
access
good
to
evening,
share.
ma'am. Now we have changed it to multiple persons can share, ma'am. You can try it, ma'am.
Second. I don't think share sound and all is allowed. I think you should stop sharing. And I'm not able to share sound. Um, Hello? Hello?
Ma'am?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, no. You need to go to share option and there is something in the screen. If you go to share option, no, on the right side of the thing, it is coming. Share sound, optimize for video sharing. Both you have to enable. Or make me host, I will do it. Or co-host something. I'm unable to do this.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it is, I think, some problem with the setting. It's not coming. Yeah. Mhm. Are you hearing the sound?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
hear-
Yes, ma'am. We are able
No,
to hear.
is it my voice only or you're hearing the sound also?
Only
The
your
music.
voice is able to hear, ma'am. Not able to
Yeah.
hear any music.
That's where I think there is some issue with the sound. The settings. Now? Can you hear the music now?
No, ma'am, no.
Music.
Ma'am, you have to go to audio and play it through your computer.
Yeah, I
You
know
have
that.
to. Yes, ma'am.
I have to do, see, now? Is it third sound?
No, ma'am.
Okay, some issue is there with regard to screen sharing. When I go to share, because it is not showing in this. It is not. Yeah, okay, 1 second. Computer audio, slides as background. Now, screens. No. Share. I think we have to wait a little bit for recording.
Please stop the recording.
Okay. Now, can you hear the sound now?
No, ma'am.
I don't know what is the problem. MacBook speakers, same as. This button itself is not coming.
Ma'am, when you share on top, there are 3 buttons. You
I
can
know.
go there, ma'am.
I know, Diti, but the thing is, I want to share computer audio.
Yes, ma'am.
You share audio from computer without sharing your screen. Slides as background. I don't know what is the issue. Actually, if you put share button from your side, no.
Yes, ma'am.
You press, then there are 3 things which are coming: screens, documents, and advanced. No.
I'll just share, ma'am.
No.
No. Yes, ma'am. I'm just sharing just to check where we can get the audio from.
No, those 3 things, if you're there in the right side, no, when you click that, instead of that share thing is there, no, that arrow, up arrow, green.
Yes, ma'am.
If you click that arrow, in the right side, you will come as layout, content only, background, over the shoulder.
Yes,
side.
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
you click as background, then share options are there. In that 3 small tick boxes are there, share sound.
Yeah,
optimization.
share sound.
So please go there and enable that. If you click that, just put a tick.
No, it's, ma'am, that is not, share Zoom windows only is the option that's coming. Share sound is not an option which is active. So we should activate it.
I think so, because otherwise I won't be able to share the music. See, okay, like now I will share this. Just tell me if this music is coming or not. Does it come?
No, ma'am.
No music.
No.
The whole presentation is, I spent a lot of time trying to put that.
No, ma'am. We'll get it. We'll get it. Not a problem.
Okay.
Dr. Gauri Shankar, are you online?
Hello, ma'am.
Dr.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Ramya?
online now.
Okay. Okay, you're the host, right? I'll just log in to our ID and I'll check if share sound is inactivated there. Okay.
Ma'am, actually, Ruben is host, ma'am. I'll just check with him, ma'am.
Yeah, can
Ma'am, I'm
Dr.
checking.
Ruben?
I'm checking, ma'am. Checking the options, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. To all the attendees, please hold on. There is a technical issues. Some of you have raised your hand. Is there something you'd like to convey? You can post in the chat box.
Hello, ma'am. Magalakshmi, ma'am. Can you check now, ma'am?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just see. Yes. And stereo. Click, click. Add.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear.
Okay.
Dr. Ramya, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. We welcome our Dean, Professor Dr. K. Elilvendan, sir, to our
Good evening,
international
sir.
webinar series. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Hello, good
Good
evening,
evening.
Dr. Magalakshmi ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Night.
evening, Deepthi ma'am, and all of you. Good evening, all the students. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Dipti, I'm all set to go.
Yes, ma'am. We'll begin. Dr. Ramya, we'll start.
Hello. Good evening, ma'am. Is it audible?
Yes, Dr. Srishti.
Good evening to our honorable speaker, respective administrative members, faculty members, and dear participants joining us from various institutions from all over around the globe. I am Dr. Srishti, and joining me is the ever-spirited Dr. Vishal. Together, we have the privilege of serving as your dynamic MC duo for this prestigious international event. We promise to keep the energy high, the transitions seamless, and the experience enriching. Let us make today nothing short of exceptional. On behalf of Vinayaka Missions Kripananda Warrior Medical College and Hospitals, Salem, I extend a warm and gracious welcome to each and every one of you to the first international webinar series on mental health titled Resilient You, Winning in Academics and Life. We are privileged to have with us distinguished dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, honored guests, and enthusiastic participants who have joined us from various corners of the world today as we begin this meaningful journey towards resilience and well-being. To officially set the tone for today's proceedings, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Vishal Tulasimani, President of the Students' Council, to deliver the welcome address and formally inaugurate today's session. Vishal, the stage is all yours.
Resilience is not about being unbreakable. It is about rising every single time you bend. Honorable dignitaries, distinguished and esteemed speaker for today, Dr. Mahalakshmi V.N. Ma'am, Vice Chancellor, Santosh, Dean to be University, Ghaziabad, UP, our respected dynamic Dean, Professor Dr. K. Elilvendan Sir, our Medical Superintendent, Professor Dr. S.R. Rangabashyam Sir, our powerful Deputy Dean, Professor Dr. Deepti Shastri Ma'am, our Director, Hospital Development Committee, Professor Dr. E.M.J. Karthikeyan Sir, our Faculty Advisor for Students' Council, Professor Dr. R. Ramya Ma'am, Professor of Pathology, Professor Dr. R. Gauri Shankar Sir, Students Manager, Dr. Shantaruban Sir, and all faculty members, dear participants, and my fellow colleagues. A very good evening. A warm and respectful welcome to each and every one of you. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to this milestone event, the first international webinar series on mental health for healthcare professional students. Resilient You, Winning in Academics and Life. Today, we gather for a purpose that resonates deeply with every healthcare student, the need to understand, preserve, and strengthen our mental well-being. In a profession built on service, sacrifice, and compassion, we often forget to extend that same compassion to ourselves. This webinar series is our step toward changing that narrative. Over the next session, you will be hearing toward many renowned speakers, engaging storytellers, and experts who bring real-life insights from their own journey. Their words, experiences, and guidance are meant to empower you with resilience needed to face academic demands, personal challenges, and the emotional realities of healthcare. We are also delighted to encourage your participation in Success Story and Selfie Contest, which celebrate your voice, your journey, and your achievements. On behalf of Students' Council and Organizing Committee of Vinayaka Missions Kripananda Warrior Medical College and Hospital, Salem, I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected faculty, mentors, our speakers, and every team member who has worked with dedication to make this event a reality. Most importantly, I thank each one of you being here, the participants. Your presence speaks of your commitment to grow not just as medical professionals, but as strong, aware, and resilient human beings. As we embark on this transformative journey together, I invite you to listen with openness, reflect deeply, and carry forward the lessons that resonate with you. With pride and heartfelt warmth, I welcome you all to Resilient You. May this series inspire you, uplift you, and guide you towards a healthier and stronger you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal, for your warm and gracious address. It is now my privilege to invite our dynamic Dean Sir, Professor Dr. K. Elilvendan, a visionary leader and a steadfast supporter of academic excellence, to inaugurate the webinar series.
I'm officially inaugurating the webinar series. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As the saying goes, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Sir, we are honored to hear from you. We request you to kindly share your thoughts.
Thanks a lot, Ma. Thank you so much. Good evening to all of you, and particularly my warm greetings and good evening to my friend and my colleague, former colleague, now the Vice Chancellor of Santosh University, Professor Maga Lakshmi ma'am, and my friend and his Deputy Dean and Dean of Faculty, Professor Deepti Shastri ma'am, and Dr. Ramya, Dr. Gauri, and Students' Council, Vishal and Shristi, and all of you. It's a beautiful evening to all of you. Many national level students have joined, and it's almost few international students have joined. This tells how you people has organized this. This is the first time in Vinaya Mission Krivananda Variyar Medical College, Students Council lead this kind of webinar series. It's outstanding. It's a great achievement. I given us the entire in charge to Dr. Ramya and the team, Dr. Deepti ma'am. At the students, you led the team. We never interfere in for any activity. At the same time, you have chosen the topics, you have chosen the people, you have chosen the time, and all this. It tells your leadership. The students is always, I used to tell, you are not only you should win in only academics. The academics is also is a part of life. You have to win in your life. That's very important. I used to tell many times in students meeting, beyond your academics, the life is so big. Life is so big. So for these kind of speakers, not only we are concentrating the medical and medicine related things to be concentrated in this entire webinar series. It has to be tell like how to be proceed in your life, how to be friendship be making this completely. I want to convey to the students council and the entire people who has joined now, and also the many people will join in this another few minutes. This world is a great networking world. For this kind of activity, academic networking is the greatest networking more than it's a jolly in Instagram and Facebook and all. Yes, it's needed. At the same time, you need to win the life is a very important in this mental concentration and the mental health. There. For this, I want to one more time. I want to welcome the warm greetings, Dr. Magalashmi ma'am. After a long time, I'm seeing her, and very, very, very warm welcome. She's a great academician. She's a great leader. And myself, the Deepti Shastri ma'am, and my Dr. Magalashmi and the team, we have created so much of work for past 3 years in these Vinayaka missions. I'm really, really, I'm very thankful to you, madam, for you just giving your time in this busy schedule evening time. Behalf of Students' Council, I entirely welcome you. I want to congratulate Students' Council entirely, the big one. And also today morning, myself and the madam and our WAB committees was decided in that I would convey to the Datoshri, I would convey to the Vice Chancellor and all the officials. This is the greatest example of students' power. So many people, we cannot say that we can't win all the hearts. At least we can win the many hearts. This is what the Students' Council's powerful one. You are the leaders, the future leaders. At the same time, today I want to convey the one more things. Behalf of Students' Council, I told today morning to Dr. Deepti ma'am, we want to organize in a very soon the oration, the students council choosing the oration, the students leader. Is not like a ourselves like a dean, vice chancellor, anything. You are going to lead student. You are going to choose the students, the biggest one, the postgraduate or undergraduate or PhD, whatever it is in the entire world. So we choosing the students council. Vinaya Mission Krivananda Variyar Medical College Students Council will choose one speaker in a year for oration. For that is also, you give us the greatest one like a gold coin and prizes and motivation. This I love. I wish the Students' Council should continue, whether we are here or not. It should continue for the pride of Vinay Mission Research Foundation and Vinay Mission Kribananda Medical College. And one more time, I want to thank you behalf of my chairman, Dato Shri, the president of Vinay Mission Research Foundation, Dato Shri Dr. S. Saravanan, and Executive Vice President Gogala Krishnan Saravanan, and our Vice Chancellor, Dr. P.K. Sudhir, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Professor Dr. Sabri Nathan, and all the directors. We wish this wonderful and good wishes for you people, and we will join all this webinar. Great wishes and welcome to Dr. Magalakshmi. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring and thought-provoking words, which has truly set the compass for our journey ahead.
Now, with great pleasure, I invite our moderator, Deputy Dean, Professor Dr. Deepti Shastri ma'am, to formally introduce our distinguished speaker. Ma'am's expertise, clarity of communication, and dedication to student development makes her an ideal guide for today's intellectual journey. Over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to welcome the first guest speaker of the webinar series, Honorable Professor Dr. V.N. Mahalakshmi, who currently serves as the Vice Chancellor of Santosh Deemed to be University, Delhi NCR, India. A distinguished academician and a pediatric surgeon, she holds an MBBS from the prestigious Kilpauk Medical College with multiple distinctions and gold medals, followed by an MS in General Surgery from the Institute of National Importance, JIPMA, and an MCH in Pediatric Surgery, again from a premier institution, Madras Medical College, securing top national ranks. Her credentials include FRCS Glasgow and FAMER Fellowship, Harvard Macy Program on Leading Innovations in Healthcare and Education, Hospital Management, and Advanced Courses in Medical Education and Simulation-Based Learning. With extensive experience spanning over 2 decades, she has held key academic and administrative roles, including Controller of Examinations, Dean of Health Professions Education, and Dean, Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies. A national expert in curriculum development, medical simulation, and accreditation, she has pioneered multiple academic programs, skill labs, and digital learning initiatives. Her leadership in medical education extends to team building, mentoring, and faculty capacity building and organizing national conferences. Professor Mahalakshmi brings a wealth of experience and expertise in the field of simulation in health professions education, with the unique distinction of serving as the director of both medical education and simulation centers and representing India in the Asia Pacific Consortium for Standardized Patients. She has been a pivotal member of several national committees, including the Expert Committee for Integrating Palliative Care into MBBS Curriculum and Curriculum Development Committee for Certified Simulation Technician Program. Her other key achievements and contributions are Professor Mahalakshmi's dedication to advancing medical education is evident through her contributions to establishment of the AVMC Skills Lab and Simulation Center and integrating simulation-based training and assessment in UG and PG curriculum and community outreach programs for emergency life support. Her extensive experience and innovative approach have significantly advanced the field of simulation in health professions education in the country. She has received several awards for her contributions, authored many publications and copyrights, and actively promotes innovation in health professions education. Professor Mahalakshmi is dedicated to advancing competency-based medical education, interprofessional learning, and technology-enhanced teaching methodologies. With her rich experience in developing academic programs, skills labs, and digital learning initiatives, she is uniquely placed to help you students to see how your academic journey can truly transform your future as health professionals. We are honored to have you, madam, to present the topic Unlocking Potential, How Academics Can Shape Your Future. Ma'am, the screen is all yours.
Yeah. Thank you, Deepthi, for that nice introduction. I'd been a colleague of Dr. Deepthi as well as Dr. Elil till about 11 months back, and we had worked in various programs, as Dr. Elil was telling. And it is very nice to be back in Vinayaka Mission's fold, and very nice to meet the students through an opportunity like this, especially when the initiative is being led by the students, it is conceived by the students, and it is coordinated by the students. It's very heartwarming to see this kind of leadership roles being taken up by students, and especially pertinent to things which is a little beyond their academic realm, talking about resilience, well-being, and mental health issues. So we have come a long way from these being taboos to what we are doing. So when Deepthi gave me this topic, like how academics can help you to come up in life, so I was just thinking about it because she doesn't give very simple topics all the time. She gives me something challenging, something to think about. So when I looked at this topic, so I was thinking, I have to make this topic a little bit interesting, little bit relevant, and not like as if I'm advising the students a lot. Rather, we are talking about how we can make this topic a little bit more interesting and relevant and contextualized. So what I thought was how critical skills you gain through academics or critical skills you develop in academics is going to help you with the skills in life, right? So 21st century learning is all about developing skills and developing literacy, especially information literacy. So how you can actually transform this skills from academics into your life skills. So this is what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about critical skills for academic excellence, and by downstream, like by these are transferable skills, and these skills will actually help you with life skills also. So, and to make it much more relevant and interesting for you, I wanted to do this particular thing. So I thought I will contextualize you the skills what we are talking about with the skills which are posed by the Avengers. So you all know about superheroes, and you are very, what do I say, very well versed with the analogy. So I hope that you would be able to relate to this. So this is what I'll be talking about. How critical skills for, what are the critical skills for academic excellence, and how it will help you to move forward in life, right? So that is what it is. And I'm going to contextualize it with the Avengers way, right? You'll need to tell me, the slides come with music, the slides come with a lot of animation. I hope that you would be able to enjoy the presentation. So moving on. Are you able to hear my sound? Can somebody respond?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah. No, not my voice, the background sound.
Yes,
The
we
slide
could hear.
sound. Okay. So what are the objectives of today's session? So if I think about it, no, Iron Man is not born as a superhero. So is Black Widow. or Bruce Banner, the Hulk, was actually a teacher. So how they became superheroes, not because of magic. And individually, they might be good, but together as a team, they are unstoppable, right? This is because of their adaptability, decision making, reflection on how they have been doing, and also, most importantly, teamwork. So if you think about medicine, no, medicine is not about being genius. It is about being consistently good with all the small tasks, even the small tasks you do in your daily life. So that is what mastery is all about in medicine. So today I'm going to take you through a toolkit. I have actually contextualized the toolkit to A to Z. So each alphabet of the English language, I'm going to put a skill which is critical for your academic excellence and which you can take it as a life skill, and how these skills these skills are related to one Marvel hero you know. So by the end of this today, I want you to walk away knowing that what are your superpower skills, or what are the areas in which you want to develop superpower, and the ones which can transform you from being a student to a scholar superhero. So the objectives of today's session is identify critical academic skills, relate them to the Avengers, reflect on personal learning strengths so that you can identify which are the areas you're going to work on, and build your own superhero study strategy. I hope you'd find it interesting enough, right? So moving on. So what makes somebody a superhero? Is it superpowers or super heals? So when you think of Avengers, what comes to your mind? Is it power, fame, or the fancy suits and armor they wear? No. Actually, what comes is because it is what really makes them superheroes are the skills that they have, the potential they have, and they exhibit on everyday activities. So, similarly, you also need to develop similar skills to make you a superhero medical student. So, this is what we are going to explore in today's session. So when we talk about academic excellence is nothing but learning to master, your everyday skills, showing a continuous growth, and most importantly, because of this mastery and growth mindset, you are going to have an impact on the society and your patients. So excellence is all about skill synergy and not individual solo strength. So that is what we are going to explore in today's thing. So I would like to know how many of you are buying into this idea. Can I have some thumbs up signs or some messages in the chat box? Okay. Dipti, is there anything in the chat box?
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay.
They can raise their hand, I guess.
Yeah, right. Okay. Can I move on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We have a thumbs up by Prachi Patel.
Okay, thank you. So the first skill, what we want to talk about is A. A stands for adaptability. So think about Black Widow, how she adapts from one mission to another. She is very quick learner and she adapts much faster. So medicine also keeps changing every week, every month, every year. There is a new drug which is coming in, new treatment protocols, new investigations, new understanding of disease processes. So we need to keep up with that. Like how Black Widow stays mission ready by adapting herself. You also need to adapt fast and learn faster. So that's the first skill. So the way you learn community medicine, maybe not the same way you learn pediatrics, but you need to kind of adapt as you move along in your career. You need to adapt to new settings, new way of working, and new paradigms of learning. So that is the first skill which we want you to learn. Okay, B is for brainstorming, right? Remember, Captain America doesn't fight alone. He calls for a meeting, right? He says, assemble. Then after that, he collaborates with them and evolves strategies. Why? Because two heads are two hammers, right? Iron Man and Thor. They are better than one. All ideas thrive in teams, and synchrony saves not only the world, but also grades. So brainstorm, invest in team activities, invest in study group studies, learn to work in pairs, learn to work in small groups. So team skills are a very, very important skill you're going to learn for the rest of your life. So that not only you succeed as doctor, nurse, dentist, but you succeed as a team member. That is the way in which medicine is progressing. 21st century learning is progressing. Collaborative learning, right? So B stands for brainstorming, and Captain America personifies that. C stands for communications and critical thinking. So who does we come to our mind? Iron Man. Clear mind, clear message, clear communication. So think clearly, express yourself well, analyze what is there like Tony Stark, and express like him. He is nothing but brilliance in action. So as students, you need to know how to look at evidence critically, how to solve problems, how to identify major issues which are pertaining to the patient or to other things, and then able to tackle them. So critical thinking and communications are a very important skill. There comes decision making. D is for decision making. And what comes to our mind is Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man keeps choosing whom to help, what decision he should take all the time, right? So every choice you make defines the path you take. So choose carefully, and with great power comes great decisions. So take your time and decide, but critically analyze the data, think, and then take decisions, because they would shape the path you are going to take. So this decision making extends day to day in our taking care of our patients, to how we study, how we approach problems, and how we tackle bigger things in life, from taking your course in NEET PG to choosing your life partner. Everything requires decision making. So you need to learn how to make decisions in life. Then comes emotional intelligence. And who other than Hulk can actually personify emotional intelligence? You see Bruce Banner, he is a very meek person, right? But if he can manage the Hulk inside him, I'm sure you can also manage your pre-exam stress levels, right? So even brilliance needs balance. So that is what you need to do. Not only you need to develop your IQ, that is intelligence quotient, you also need to develop your emotional intelligence, EQ. Okay. F is for feedback. Feedback makes you flexible also, right? That is, if you want to go for upgrades, either in your car or in your armor or in your suit, for students, feedback is the real upgrade. So how Captain America plans, right, about his missions. Similarly, he takes inputs from everybody and then he improves the mission parameters. Similarly, that scary red ink, what you see in your test papers, no? That is the feedback that you are getting. So every correction brings you closer to the best version you can ever be. And it is essential being open to feedback, being flexible, and incorporating feedback comments into your practice so that you can improve upon is a critical skill for students to develop. Then comes G. G is for goal setting, right? No Avenger walks into a battle without actually a goal. They want to know what they're going to do at the end of it. They want to win this battle. They want to eradicate this particular thing, evil which is there. So similarly, a goals gives efforts to your own directions. So Avengers don't go to battle without a goal. So why study without a goal? So ensure that you get your end game in place. So set your goals and see to it that you track the goals through periodic milestones. Think about hypothesis. H is for hypothesis and information literacy. The current currency is not only for you to learn to work in collaborative teams, it is also for you to think about evidence. So you need to research and not assume. Look at what is there and look at what is the evidence in front of you. Test your ideas. Smart is not about guessing. It is like trying to find evidence. So research skills are very, very critical for medical students, and students who learn this quite early do really well in life. They need to generate a hypothesis based on their observations. They need to test their hypothesis. And to do that, you also need the most important 21st century learning skill, that is information literacy. Where do we stand? Do we really have evidence to support this particular treatment? Do we have evidence to support this particular decision? Is what we need to ask. So you need to search for evidence. You need to find what is the lacuna which exists in the evidence. You need to come up with a question. You need to generate a hypothesis, and you should be able to pursue research to test that hypothesis. So that is what Shuri does, right? She gathers data, she tests, and then she sees whether the solutions are working or not. So that is an important thing, research. I is for initiative thinking. Black Panther, no? Think about it. Wakanda forever. In every challenge, he's the one who steps up forward. So leadership is not always assigned. Leadership is always claimed. People who come forward, take responsibility, be accountable, and are trustworthy automatically generate or develop into leaders. So don't wait for instructions. Lead like Black Panther. Okay, one of my favorite characters in Marvel. And J stands for judgment. Think about Doctor Strange. Like, Doctor Strange doesn't guess which lifeline works. He evaluates. So you should also judge. You should trust data, not drama. So decide wisely, act bravely like Doctor Strange, right? He tests, he opens each portal to see which is the one which really works. So that is what it is. So you need to develop judgment, because at this point of time, from AI to research to professional practice, we all have ethical dilemmas day in and day out. And to face these ethical dilemmas and to take correct decisions, you need to have the decision-making power, critical thinking power, and most importantly, you need to form judgments and stick by them. So that is what is a critical skill for you to develop. K stands for knowledge retention and application. So again, think back at Iron Man. Okay, so it is not enough if you know something. It's not enough if you know what is the correct glycosylated hemoglobin value. But you should be able to apply it to a given patient's report. Suppose imagine one of your relatives comes and says, Thambi, I want to see this, check whether this report is okay or not. Tell me whether I am okay or I'm healthy or not. So you should be able to interpret this. So knowing is different, but applying this into everyday and retaining that knowledge is very important. So how do we retain knowledge? By repeatedly applying it, analyzing it, testing ourselves, and then going back. So learn, apply, and take your learning to the next level. So knowledge is like your arc reactor. What Iron Man has, no? So you need to power it up and use. You need to apply fast, and you need to innovate. So that is what is the most important aspect. That is K. L stands for leadership. Leadership is a very important learning strategy, right? There are many Avengers. Hulk is 100 times more powerful than Iron Man than Captain America. Thor can lift that hammer like anything, but he can't even lift sometimes. Iron Man is more brilliant. There are so many other characters, but still, why Cap is the first Avenger? Because of discipline. So, if you want to become a leader, you should actually lead yourself. You should be disciplined. You should be a role model for your fellow students. Then you can actually take your leadership to other people. So lead yourself before you lead others. And your learning accelerates when you take the lead, right? When you lead like Cap, every mission becomes a lesson. And every mission moves towards success. So leadership is a very important learning strategy. M stands for motivation. Okay. Thor is the best example of motivation in Avengers. He always stays charged. Okay. Motivation keeps fading. So sometimes you would feel like doing, sometimes you're not. Whereas if you have discipline which goes along with motivation, then it stays. So that willingness to work, that zeal to work remains. So Thor doesn't wait for like, I don't feel like taking my hammer. He takes it and he just charges ahead. So you need to remain motivated, and more importantly, you need to remain disciplined in the process. So these are critical skills for academic success as well as success in life. N is for note taking. I would rather say writing skills, right? Black Widow makes meticulous notes because she understands that sharp notes lead to sharper outcomes. So like how Natasha makes critical notes, how Natasha actually improves her writing skills, you also need to take your writing skills very seriously. So your notes will serve as your armor, and that will help you in the long run. So learn how to jot down points, how to make concepts map, how to actually connect different pieces of puzzle together and put it into one big picture, so that your understanding of the disease processes, the treatment, and also the follow-up of the natural history of the disease and complications become much easier. So don't learn things like discrete capsules. Okay, I'll follow this capsule and pass pharmacology exam. The other capsule I will take for pathology exam. One more capsule for general medicine exam. That's not the way to study. You should learn how to connect information. That is what I was telling earlier about application analysis and connection. So if you can connect the information which exists discretely and form real mind maps and concept maps, it will help you to recall information and retain information knowledge much better. O stands for organization. So look at Tony Stark's laboratory. He organizes his lab so precisely. So many versions of suit are there, and what parameters work and don't work is all meticulously documented. Jarvis doesn't even misplace a small screwdriver. So like that, you need to organize yourself in such a way. A cluttered desk shows there is a very cluttered brain. You need to have your own system. I'm not saying this is the only system of organization. You have to have your own system of organization and putting things in place so that it becomes easier to retrieve information. So think about having flashcards, think about having notes, think about having mind maps, think about connecting. I see a lot of students taking notes in the PowerPoint slides also. So you can organize your materials, learning resources in such a way that it becomes much easier for you to retrieve them when it comes. P comes for problem solving. Imagine Infinity War. They didn't have a model of the battle. They didn't know how to do that. They didn't find a way. So if you can't find a way, you have to make a new one. So think everybody has problems. Everything is surmounted by problems. But what the way to overcome is to look for solutions rather than keep rehashing the problems. So when the plan fails, you need to improvise. Problems don't wait. So heroes also don't wait. You need to create the path which will help you to move forward. So that is a very important skill, problem solving skill. How to tackle this particular issue. This is a personal favorite of mine. Questioning skills or curiosity. What is 5D superpower? It's the curiosity. He is the most curious boy you can ever come across. Keeps asking, what is this? What is this? What is this? So that curiosity is what makes him learn and learn very fast and makes him number 2 to Iron Man. So make that curiosity yours. Ask bravely, discover more, and swing forward. Right? If you ask more, you will learn deeply. R stands for reflection. Think about Doctor Strange. Reflection opens portals to better outcomes. So whenever you do something, pause, reflect, and then think about, learn from that experience and use that to transform your skills. So you need to look back to leap ahead. So feedback and reflection are the way to move forward. So this is the holy grail of medical education today. Feedback, reflection, and most importantly, deliberate practice so that you can incorporate the feedback elements into your skills. S stands for self-directed learning. Think about Titan Thanos. So you need to be your own teacher. He didn't wait for guidance. He mastered his own path. He created his own path. So similarly, destiny favors those who teach themselves. So if you find something curious, if you see some patient in the ward, you see some problem which you cannot solve, go back and look at it, see how you can solve that, develop your problem solving skills, and let that discovery lead you to another discovery, another discovery. So this is how this chain of discovery or chain of learning happens. So you need to develop self-directed learning skills rather than waiting for teachers to tell you, go and read this, go and read this. So that is an important skill to master for 21st century. U stands for understanding. Just don't memorize, whereas internalize things. Clarity is the power. So deep understanding now of the core concepts and application of core concept transfer knowledge into magic, like what Dr. Strange does. So try and understand rather than just memorize facts. T stands for time management. And time is your infinity stone. Use it wisely. Master your minutes. Even Avengers can't fight the clock. Okay. So plan, prioritize, and act with precision. If I don't know, you'll have to think and evaluate yourself. Where do I stand myself in a scale of 1 to 5, right? If you are not there near 3 and above, it's okay. We will get it. Maybe at the end of this lecture, you will start thinking about where do I stand with regard to my time management skills and plan to do that. Okay, I think we have already covered this. There was a jumbling of slides on my side. We talked about understanding. We need to talk about visualization, right? So Iron Man is very good at visualizing the holograms and working with the holograms. So like that, you need to see things. This is especially a very important skill for you to learn procedural skills. Suppose you want to perform a procedure, let's say bone marrow aspiration. You need to mentally rehearse it. You need to see how you are doing it in your mind before you actually go and do that. So you need to see it, shape it, build it. It's like your dreams, no? So if you keep seeing them repeatedly and keep acting on them, if you visualize your dreams, then there is a very, very high chance that it will come true. So you need to see success before it actually happens, like how Iron Man does. Like before the end game, he keeps looking at it, how we can flex the time machine. So same way, you need to visualize. This positive visualization has a very big impact on your resilience and well-being. Then comes the theme of this webinar series, your own personal wellness. A healthy mind leads to a heroic output. So strength begins with balance. You need to balance your body, mind, and words. So that is very important skill. So doing one in neglecting the others is not really good. You need to develop as an individual. 360-degree holistic development is what we are looking at rather than only being focused on academic bookworms. So today's world is very diverse cultures, people from different backgrounds, diverse perspectives, and we learn different lessons. So we should learn how to embrace the difference and have this cultural sensitivity. You need to learn from everyone, from the ayah who is working in the ward to your highest professor and HOD. So perspectives matter. So focus on senior learning. When you talk about any activity to undertake, you have to periodically, you have to set your goal. You have to check whether your milestones are in proper. You need to review what you have achieved, what you set to achieve, and whether you have really achieved. So you need to analyze, adapt, and advance further. So insights are superpower. Reflections help you to develop these insights. So do an year-end review. Okay, now this new year is going to come. Think about what you have achieved in the past year and think about what you want to change and how you would do it differently in the next year to come. And that will really help you to draw meaningful conclusions from your experiences, from your learning, and what feedback you have received. So this will help you to improve future performance. Think of year-end review or think about periodic review as a learning strategy. That stands for zeal, that unstoppable drive. Avengers may lose battles, but they never lose their fire. You need to cultivate it. You need to develop that passion which will help you to serve purpose. So life without passion and life without purpose really is not worth living. Look at Dr. Strange, like how he has that Zen-like focus. If he can meditate while saving the multiverse, you can also focus through your pharmacology lecture. It's not such a difficult task to do. So develop zeal for what work you do and develop a Zen-like focus. So that finishes my A to Z. The skills you need to learn from adaptability, which means that you need to change according to changing circumstances, ending with zeal and Zen-like focus, where you need to focus on the singularity of purpose. So that is what those superhero skills which you need to do. So we asked this question, what makes a hero? Is it superpowers or super skills? So what do you think it is? Can we have some responses in the chat box?
Prachi says super skills.
Okay. Thank you, Prachi. You made my day. So this
Ashika
is
also
our
says super skills. All of
okay.
them. Monica says super skills.
Good. So if you really think about super skills, right? I want you to take through one drawing. So this is called as the hero's journey chart. So the hero, no, if you take either it is a Bigil hero or it is a hero from Disney or it is from any of the Marvel superheroes. If you actually distill the whole story, it follows these lines. So at the start, there is a challenge. There is an effort put by this person to master this challenge. He gets feedback, initially setbacks, then he learns through hard way. Then he learns and masters the skills and then ends up with an impact. So he returns back to the end, but at a much higher level. So this is how the hero's journey chart goes. Similarly, you also need to identify what challenges are in front of you, put in effort to conquer them, seek feedback along the way, master your skills, and create an impact not only on yourself, in your family, your institution, but also the society and nation you serve. So fail fast, learn faster, and grow continuously. This is the continuous learning or growth mindset we need to develop. So we are coming back to this question. What is academic excellence? Academic excellence is nothing but knowledge, skills, reflection, and learning to collaborate and work in a team. So this is the secret sauce which makes success in academic world and which can translate into success in real world. So if I were to summarize, these are the critical skills that you need to develop. You need to be adaptive. You need to sharpen your inner strategist, right? Seeking feedback, working on feedback, developing, managing your time, emotional intelligence, etc. You need to train your mind to think critically and to make decisions. Collaboration is the new superpower, and you need to develop the mastery mindset with that Zen-like focus and curiosity. So these are the skills that will take you a long, long, long way in your career.
Avengers! Assemble.
So academic excellence is a daily decision. It is a daily challenge. It is something which we need to do. So when we talk about competency, that's why we say competency is nothing but it is a habitual coming together of your knowledge, skills, and attitudes. So it is a daily decision which you need to take and to work on. So heroes are not made by the powers they are given. They are made by the path they choose, right? So that is what Iron Man says, and I hope that you would take that lesson forward. So I want you to take this oath with me today, that you will learn with curiosity, you will work, but work with integrity, and most importantly, you will lead whichever team it is, whether it is a 2-member team or a 10-member team or a 1,000-member team, but lead with empathy. Your knowledge, skills, attitudes need to come together habitually on a daily basis to improve the outcomes for the society. So academic excellence is a daily decision, and you can choose whether you want to pursue it or not. But we have given you the tools to actually help you to break this enigma of what is this academic excellence into simpler things so that you can work on individual components and see. So at the end of this lecture, what I want you to do is think about 3 skills which you think that you need to improve upon. Share it with your friend and work on them in the coming year and see after some time where you stand with regard to that. Right? It was wonderful talking to you. I thank you very much. And I thank Deepthi for giving me this opportunity and such a challenging topic. I hope I had done justice to what you had in mind. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much for a truly inspiring presentation. Brilliant use of superheroes and the A to Z framework. They made complex ideas very simple, memorable, and fun. And you also showed practical ways in how a student's unique potential can be discovered and developed. So we were all entertained and engaged. And you also equipped the students with hope, with confidence, and with concrete ideas on how to succeed in life. I'm sure the students are going to look at the superheroes with a new light from now on. I noticed that one of the students right at the start of your presentation mentioned he has not watched Avengers. So I hope he's inspired enough to watch Avengers in addition to learning how to succeed in life. He gets to watch Avengers as well. So thank you so much, ma'am. We'll ask the audience if they have any questions. Please post your questions on the Q&A session, and the speaker will respond to you. There is a question by an anonymous attendee who says, focus on academics or mental health. What to do? Focus on academics or mental health?
No, if you think of them as two discrete entities, either this or that, then that is the problem. You need to actually ensure that you have the right mindset to learn. See, if you approach any learning with interest, with curiosity, that something is you're going to help somebody with this particular knowledge, then it becomes fun. Learning becomes a fun activity, it becomes a game, it becomes something which you are willing to conquer. But if you look at it as there is pharmacology I have to learn, and there is physiology which I have to remember, and biochemistry I need to mug up, then it has a very negative impact. So don't think of these two as two distinct entities. These are connected. So if you look at something with interest, it becomes interesting. If you think of it as something which is a burden on you, then it is going to be there. So it is in our eyes only. It lies in the eyes of the person who is looking at it. So I have spent so many years of my life studying. And what makes it interesting is that you have something, curiosity, the childlike openness to learn. No? That is what is making it very interesting. So don't think of them as either this or that. It is neither nor, not that way. It is actually both together.
Thank you, ma'am. There's another question. You got a lot of compliments. There is a question, how to balance internship and NEET PG preparation?
Yes. The best way to do, I think I can answer this particular question, because when I was preparing, we didn't have something called NEET. We had an All India based entrance exam. So at the end of the internship, when I wrote that exam, my rank was 42. I didn't sit and prepare for the exams. And I got the second rank in JIPMER entrance, open entrance. So you need to see patients, whatever you are seeing in the ward, keep reading then and there about that. Then it becomes much easier, rather than if you contextualize learning, then you learn effortlessly. If you have to sit and mug up some facts about some disease process, then it is a lot of effort. Your brain can actually hold only certain amount of information in the short-term memory, and the best is to push all this short-term memory into long-term memory. So if you learn it in context with a case or with a patient, then it becomes easier. You go to ward, you see a patient, you read that then and there, that from year 2 onwards, you start reading that way, it becomes much easier. So that is the thing. Having said that the competition for NEET PG is increasing, and you need to do. So instead of learning standalone each of these subjects, try and learn particular topic. If you're learning about diabetes, try to learn pathology, physiology, and everything which goes about diabetes in one go, so that you form a clear mental map and go forward. If you start only reading this notes which are given by the coaching classes, 20 points, no, your brain gets saturated and it becomes very difficult to remember these facts. So the trick is to contextualize, trick is to learn along with cases, trick is to connect related information and learn. So you need to learn to integrate.
Thank you, ma'am. There's another question. How to handle different kind of emotions like anger, crying, depression?
Like, I don't know whether I'm the right person to answer this, but what I can tell you is accept that these are all normal human emotions. It's okay if you want to cry, cry. If you want to get anger, try and work it out in such a way. But that's what you need to develop, little bit of emotional intelligence, having support systems, having friends, having a family support system really helps in all these things. Develop some hobbies. Don't be only a bookworm. Don't keep only thinking about academics. Try and develop, play. If you actually play, that releases a lot of endorphins. Work out. So those are the things that will help you. So I'm sure that there are many more well-qualified speakers who will answer this kind of question. But what I'm trying to say is try and find some balance. Have some channels for your interest. Have some people whom you can talk to. So that is what will help you.
Thank you, ma'am. There's one more question. According to you, is the academic side or clinical side or mixed have a better career in the future?
It hardly matters what you're going to do, whether it is academics or clinics or mixed. You can actually be good in whatever you're doing, provided you develop an in-depth understanding and passion for doing it and become very good at what you're doing. See, Dr. Deepthi is from anatomy, but she's the anatomy society president. So she has reached the pinnacle of her career. So similarly, your dean is an ophthalmologist and he has reached the pinnacle of his career. So it doesn't matter where you go. It depends on what you want to achieve at the end of it. So these are different paths to success.
Thank you, ma'am. There's a question you can definitely answer with a lot of confidence. There's a student who says she or he has a bit of an inferiority complex. So what can I do to overcome it?
Okay. When you think that you don't measure up to somebody, take feedback from your teachers, feedback from your peers, feedback from your immediate seniors, right? And then start working on it. Do one at a time. Don't try and tackle the whole thing, right? So start doing it one bite at a time. Start changing one thing. And first and foremost, you need to believe, yes, I can change. I'm working for it and I'm going to become better at it. So that is what will help you and help you to overcome this. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe, who else will believe in you?
Thank you, ma'am. And you're the most confident person I've seen in life. So I felt you are the right person to take the question. The next question is how to stay consistent in academics, since discipline is more important than motivation.
Correct. So you need to read consistently every day. See, when you go to clinics, I see a lot of students filing away time. They'll be taking case history, one person will be taking, others will be sitting in the ward and just chatting or doing something else. So use this time to see other patients. Use that time to go and read about that case which you're going to discuss. Use your time very wisely. And what you see in the clinics, come back and read that. And what was taught in that class, you try and read it. So if you work consistently on an everyday basis, you don't have to struggle during exams. You don't have to do this. It might sound very old fashioned if I say that read daily. It is not something which our students want to do. They want to do really hard work and they'll be awake whole night and then reading and all that. Actually, exam is the time in which you should sleep nicely and come. So if you do it on a regular basis day to day, then it will do. See, there are a lot of distractions, I understand, but make time for studying also. So that is an integral part. You are come here with only one purpose, to become good. You can't say that I want to be good, but I don't know how to be good. Is not the correct answer. So you have to work towards becoming good. That is what it is.
So there are a lot of questions. I think the students really took to your presentation, ma'am. Here's an interesting question. Is there any role of a study partner to excel together?
Yes. If you have somebody, to study, peer reading is supposed to be a very nice strategy. You can discuss, you can question each other, you can compare notes. So that helps you to actually ace your learning. It really is helpful. So find somebody to study with on a regular basis.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
The next one says, I want to reach my goals, but I keep getting frustrated and exhausted and falling back. What can I do for that?
Okay. If you really don't know what you're doing, you need to look at your premises. What is your goal? Okay. Is it the goals need to be smart? The goals, that means it is specific, it should be measurable. Okay. It should be achievable. It should be realistic and it should be time bound. So don't think like I'm going to change the entire world. You're not Krista or Buddha, right? Think about one particular thing. I'm going to change this particular aspect within this period of time. So when you make smart objectives, smart goals for yourself, then you will achieve them much better. So think of it as if you fail to do, you are falling back. So if you are not meeting the criteria, check your premises on what is that I'm working on. Then it becomes much easier. So write it down. Okay, is my goal specific? Am I looking at one thing or the entire universe? Is it measurable? Can I say what is the success in this particular thing? Can it be achieved? Can it be done in realistic within a specific time frame? So that is how you make a smart goal.
Thank you, ma'am. One more appreciation for your presentation. I'm spellbound by this session. Amazing examples. Thank you for this session. The next person asks how to overcome distraction and also coming out of low marks in some exams and concentrating on the next exam.
Again, you need to develop all these, whatever we have discussed over this last 1 hour, the multiple skills, So take one skill at a time. Just take 3 different skills and work on them. Then once you master, keep increasing. So there is no shortcut. There is no magic superpower which will make you, today you are at 0 and tomorrow you are going to become that. It is not going to be that way. So you need to work, but you need to work smartly also. So that is the answer to that question.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is also about motivation, how to be consistent every day, focus on both paraclinical subjects, everyday hospital postings, and not feel burnt out or overwhelmed by it all.
Okay. So this is, I think we have answered this particular question.
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
stay focused and be curious. You be curious to learn something new every day. That's what will help you.
There's an interesting question here, ma'am. How do we differentiate between healthy ambition and toxic perfectionism while trying to excel?
Okay, I have put my email address at the end of my presentation. So
Yes.
this person can write to me. We will have a one-to-one chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
sometimes perfectionism is would look like toxic only, and being disciplined will look like you're being obsessive compulsive. So there is a very thin line which you need to kind of balance. So I would like to talk to this person and
Yes, ma'am.
on a one-to-one basis.
Yeah. Jemmy, please contact ma'am. The next person has posted a question which is not relevant to your talk, but he says, college में patient ही नहीं है, तो क्या करें?
और बहुत सारा कॉलेजेस है और बहुत सारा हॉस्पिटल्स है, वहीं भी जाकर देख लेना। जो भी पेशेंट है उनको देख लेना। क्यों एग्जाम को केस को ही देखना है क्या? सब पेशेंट ही है। ओपीडी में जाकर देखो, वो रूरल हेल्थ सेंटर में जाकर देखो, अर्बन हेल्थ सेंटर में जाकर देखो, कैंप में जाकर कुछ सीख लो। तो सीखने का आपका मोटिवेशन है, सीखने का आपका मन है, तो सब कोई भी पेशेंट कहीं भी सीख सकते हैं। दैट्स द आंसर।
Thank you, ma'am. That was well taken. There's another comment by one of the attendees who has appreciated your presentation. It was a mind-blowing, a new perspective about fiction characters. I have a question for the presenter. You have achieved, this is a really good one, even I would like to know that. You have achieved a lot in your journey of education. Can you please reflect or share which super skill you had which helped you to pave your path to success?
Okay. I have come across many people who are more brilliant than me. I've come across many more people who are tech savvy than me. But what I find that I have an edge over the others is I'm very disciplined in the sense that even if it needs to be done, I do it. And I'm quite consistent and reliable. So some of these might look like a little boring characteristics, but I think those are the advantages which have helped me. And most important, I would say, is I'm very curious to learn. So when I look at something, I become very enthusiastic, interested. So I keep asking, what is this? What is this? How can I learn this? So curiosity is my super skill, and being disciplined comes next, I think.
Thank you, ma'am. There are many more questions and we have run out of time. So I request all those who have posted and we have not been able to take your questions, please post to ma'am. Her email ID will be shared with you. You can contact ma'am. Ma'am, you are the Vice Chancellor. Would you have time to respond to students?
I'll see. Maybe I can put common answers to many things. Some related questions I can take. That's not an issue. Tell them to write. Sooner or later, I will get back to them. That's what I would say.
Yes, ma'am. I request Vishal and Shrishti, can you please take screenshots of all the questions so that we can share them with ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for not only your presentation, but you took every single question with the same enthusiasm that you did with your presentation. Thank you once again for accepting our invitation and doing a fabulous presentation. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Deepti. Thank you for allowing me to take that liberty a little bit to interpret the topic and then present it. I actually didn't want to come across as somebody who is preaching. So I wanted to take it to something which they can relate and follow. So that was the genesis of this particular talk. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. It is nice to come back to VMRF. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, one of the students said, ma'am, we are continuing. Just 5 more minutes. One of the students had actually mentioned that she's an Avengers fan, and so she loved your presentation and the way you took it through.
Thank you.
Just 2 minutes, ma'am. Vishal and Shrishti.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much for the presentation. It was awe-striking by being an Avengers fan, seeing the adaptability of Black Widow until the motivation of Thor. I could literally feel the lightning attacking on me while seeing the Thor and with the word of motivation and seeing the Zen focus. Summarizing it together as adaptability, sharpening skills, and training thyself with emotional intelligence and collaboration, curiosity, and the mastering mindset, which makes us learn that life is always a learning process. And you have made us realize that with the flowchart, that it is almost every step is essential to become and to shape and to unlock the potential, ma'am. Thank you so much. Your presentation literally made me look I didn't even move away from the screen. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your expertise has illuminated several vital aspects of today's theme, and your thoughtful explanation have left us deeply enriched. We greatly value the time you have devoted to us and extend our heartfelt gratitude for your distinguished contribution of this webinar. I would now request our moderator, Dr. Deepti Shastri, ma'am, to felicitate our esteemed speaker, Dr. V.N. Mahalakshmi, ma'am.
Thank you once again, Dr. Mahalakshmi ma'am. And we would like to honor you with this certificate of appreciation.
Thank you, Dipti. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we would, as the organizing committee, would like to honor our moderator as well as our deputy dean, ma'am, Dr. Deepti Shastri, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Vishal and the Students' Council for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. As we have reached to the end of the successful day one, we will have a shout out to all the people who have posted their questions yesterday on the WhatsApp group at the end of the vote of thanks. Now I would like to invite Dr. Srishti RD to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vishal. Today's international webinar has truly been enriching and intellectually stimulating experience, and it is my honor to acknowledge all those who have made this event a resounding success. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished speaker, Dr. Mahalakshmi V.N. ma'am, for delivering such an illuminating, insightful, and profoundly engaging session. Your scholarly depth, clarity of thought, and generous sharing of knowledge have left an indelible impact on all of us. We are sincerely grateful for your valuable contribution, ma'am. Our deepest gratitude goes to our respected Dean Sir, Professor Dr. K. Elilvendan Sir, whose vision, encouragement, and unwavering support from the backbone of every academic endeavor we undertake. Sir, your leadership continues to inspire us and pursue to excellence. A special note of appreciation to our esteemed moderator, Professor Dr. Deepti Shastri ma'am, for steering today's session with such poise, precision, and intellectual grace. Your guidance ensured the smooth and meaningful flow of the entire program. We also extend our thanks to the Warrior Administrative Board members whose constant support strengthens the foundation of all our events and initiatives. Our sincere appreciation to Professor Dr. Ramya ma'am, Faculty Advisor, Student Council, Professor Dr. Gauri Shankar Sir, Professor, Department of Pathology, and Dr. Shantaruban Sir, Student Manager, whose meticulous coordination, dedication, and behind-the-scene efforts have been instrumental in orchestrating today's program seamlessly. A warm acknowledgement to our core committee members for their tireless efforts, attention to every detail, and commitment to ensuring the success of this webinar. Your teamwork continues to be our greatest strength. Our gratitude also goes to the technical support team whose efficiency and expertise has ensured a flawless virtual experience. Your work often goes unseen, but the impact is undeniable. And finally, to all our participants, students, and attendees who have joined from various institutions and locations all over the globe. Thank you for your enthusiastic engagement and valuable presence. As the saying goes, learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. Your participation has truly made this event meaningful. In conclusion, thank you once again to each and every one of you for your unwavering support and active participation. We look forward to welcoming you in the upcoming sessions of this international webinar series. As we officially come to the end of the day one, we are all eager to meet you again on the 3rd of December for an exciting and interactive session on fueling growth, sports, extracurricular, and discipline in students' life by Dr. Devashis Rajesh Palkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Psychiatry from Gujarat. Have a wonderful day ahead and may you continue to grow, aspire, and remain resilient. Thank you all. A heartfelt
Thank
thanks
you.
to our Dean once again for his continuous presence.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Dean, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Magaleshmi,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night, ma'am. Good night to all of you. Beautiful.